And just like Ned Stark said at the beginning,
Winter is coming.
winter is always coming.
Just for the record, we will all file bankruptcy and we will all go back to school. You're not getting a dime from us. What? I have 3 degrees. I'll go get another one. I'm a black woman. Black women are the most educated populace on this planet. We go to bed, wake up, and decide, okay, we're bored. Let's go get another degree. Are you kidding me? I will take 2 to 3 credits per semester per year until the next administration gets here and figures this all out. You're not getting a dime from me, Donald Trump. Because, see, what you don't understand, while you are trying to crush the middle class and destroy the lower class, we're thinking 10 steps ahead of you. You've been wanting that degree, go get it now. If you've been wanting that second or third degree, go sign up now. Sign up part time. Get those credits. Stay in school as long as you need to wait out this administration. May 5th, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. Trust me.
Okay, can you? I'm sorry, I didn't. What, can you say that again?
Yeah. Hi, Tatiana. This is Shelly from HR.
From HR. Okay. No, I don't remember you. But what's going on?
Well, we had a discussion a couple weeks ago about your absenteeism and tardiness.
Okay.
You know what time you have to be clocked in at work?
6:00.
Yeah, 6 a.m.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, on 7/18, you clocked in at 6:12.
Wow.
We had a discussion about that.
12 minutes.
Yeah, but you know they're waiting on you to be there, clocked in and ready to work at 6.
Okay.
So your employment is really going to be terminated as of today, because also on 7/28 you clocked in at 6:21.
21 minutes.
Yes, that's 21 minutes of company time.
But I still work though. Like I still. Like, why didn't y'all tell me that today when I was just at work?
Because I handle all the HR, so they wanted me to call you because we had that discussion, remember, about...
And that was the day that I let my... all right, keep going.
So you were also on 8/8, you clocked in at, like, 6:32.
That was it. Okay, so I let my cousin use my car the night before, and he didn't bring it. He overslept or something. He didn't bring it back till the morning. So, like, I still made it, though.
That was literally, like, 9 days after we talked. So, and then on 8/12, you just did a no-call, no-show.
That was my birthday. August 12th, that's my birthday. Like, I already told you.
Request that day off work, though.
But y'all know, that's my birthday. I'm not.
Birthday.
No, that's fine. All right.
Okay. Everyone works on their birthday. Even I worked on my birthday.
Y'all too grown for me.
Well, unfortunately, I just need you to turn your keys in. And
I'll be there tomorrow, because that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, what? Like, what? What? No.
I know it's not just me, but is anybody else applying for jobs and not hearing anything back? And I'm not surprised, because in February alone, the United States lost 92,000 jobs, and they were expecting us to gain 126,000 jobs. And now unemployment is sitting at 4.4%, and people want to keep saying the economy's strong. But if the economy is so strong, why does the job market feel like a ghost town? Because if you're out here applying for jobs, you notice something really strange. There are plenty of job postings out there, but the companies act like they're not really hiring. And until the government and the job market gets itself together, we're going to continue to see this decline. I want to ask, have you all been impacted by the job market lately? Are you applying and getting nowhere? Or are you actually like seeing some progress? And if you're seeing progress, let us sister know how you're doing that. Because I'm telling you, I'm not seeing any progress, just a whole bunch of I applied. I know it's not just...
And just like Ned Stark said at the beginning,
winter is coming.
Winter is always coming. You didn't deal with the problem you created. You ran your fathers away, you ran your grandfathers, your fathers, your uncles, your brothers, your sons. You diminished men so much to where you walk around talking about you don't need no man. And then all of a sudden, now that winter is coming, we need some help. Well, you know what?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Thought you didn't need no man.
Yes, we know over 300,000 Black women got laid off or left the workforce last year, but did you know that I was one of them? What do you do when all of what you know ends because of business? Well, as a Black woman, you start a business. My name is Denise Felicia. I have an MBA in marketing and corporate innovation. I have over a decade of experience in marketing, and my most recent job was at Northeastern University being the Associate Director of Brand Marketing and Social Media. So I kind of know what I'm doing. I've been a creative consultant for an IT firm. I've done personal branding workshops for students and professionals, built my own frameworks. I've worked with over 20 businesses in the Boston area, and I also create content for myself. Now I'm looking to build me. I am a cool person, multi-hyphenate, multi-passionate, very animated, but also very, very knowledgeable in all of the things that I just displayed to you. I have used the last 3 months of me being unemployed to really map out a lot of things. Yeah, I'm following my own advice for once. But come along with me. I'm sure it's going to be amazing because I'm funny. I'm smart, as kind, as impotent. Yes, we know over 300,000 Black women got laid off or left the workforce last year.
Welcome back to the show. Back by popular demand. We're in for another edition, part 2 of Kevin Samuels and the Chronicles of Winter. Yes, in case you haven't noticed, winter is upon us. Winter has come finally.
And just like Ned Stark said at the beginning,
winter is coming.
Winter is always coming.
They never.
Good morning, y'all. Happy Tuesday. So I just wanted to give you guys an update. I came here because I just got an email. So I know I told you guys like a couple months ago that I was looking for new positions and stuff like that. And I did go on an interview towards the end of the year with another township. It is in the public sector again, but it was going to be a different role, working more with HUD and stuff like that. So yeah. What I will say is that today I got the email because I knew this process was going to be like take a month plus before they would actually pick a candidate or ask me to come back for a second interview. Because what they said was, when I initially did my first interview was, oh, we'll interview you and then we have another set of interviews next week. And then we're going to do a second round of interviews. And if we like you, then we'll come back. Like if you pass the second set of interviews, then we'll pick a candidate. So I guess they might have just picked a candidate in between. Maybe they felt like they didn't have to do a second interview. I'm not really sure. But what I will say is that now I can talk about my experience with the interview. Initially, the person that greeted me when I went into the interview was so sweet, so nice. She was very bubbly, very, very open, and she was excited to meet me. But what I will say is, and I've said this to other people that knew that I went on this interview, I went on this interview, and as soon as I met the person that I was supposed to be working under, that if I did get the job, I would be working under, she saw me and immediately was not fond of me.
I'm just going to take a guess. I'm going to keep my guess to myself, though. You guys tell me, what could possibly turn you off about this woman just on immediate visual contact? Because that is her winter tale of the evening. She went for a job interview. Everything was going fine when it was all paperwork and resumes. And then she got past a round of phone calls and actually got to, look face to face with someone. And it was just like, I don't think you belong here. What could it be? What could it be? I don't know. She seems like a decent, reasonable, relatively well-educated woman with extremely large glasses. I mean, you could sit a beer mug on those glasses. Oh my God, those are gigantic glasses. Those are comically big, supervillain sized glasses. You should be shooting laser beams, right? They should shoot freaking laser beams. But other than that, I can't see anything wrong with this lady.
And it just made me feel like the moment she saw me, because I was a woman of color, she just had a type of, oh, she's Black. And then like when we sat down for my interview, like I felt like I speak well when it comes to my interviews and stuff like that. I know I'd be bullshitting in here and stuff like that. But when I'm in front of people that's important, like I do speak well. Like my credentials speak for itself. So yeah. And then I just felt like during the whole interview, well, during at least the first half of the interview, I just felt like she was just like, so I don't want to say aggravated, but she was just like already had, written me off the board because she felt like this girl, she's a woman of color. And, unfortunately, and I'm just saying, unfortunately, that's just what it is. Us people of color, when it comes to being employed and working in some type of like departments like that, public sector, private sector, we get a bad rap because they think that we're always late or we're always sitting here telling, doing for others, doing for our counterparts or whatever. And
Toby be good nigga for massa. Good nigga. Don't send Toby away.
Like doing like sly shit or whatever. But when it comes to me and my job, like I take it very, very seriously, and I will not allow anyone or anything to come between me and my job. So that's why I keep a very strict, like I don't cross the line. But again, maybe something happened in that office and then she just has like a disdain, like not disdain, I don't want to say, but I just feel like for me, because I am a woman of color, she just kind of just written me off the board of my potential of actually working with that township or whatever. And honestly, it could just be it could just be my feelings. I just felt like that. Or it could just be like, maybe she just personally just didn't like me or whatever. But you can't say that you didn't like me, because this is what I feel like. This is why I tell you why I think, because when she first saw me, I reached out my hand to talk to her, like to shake her hand. And she like, she barely reached, like gave me her hand.
Didn't even want to touch your black ass. Really? That is amazing. I can't believe it. I, for one, am shocked. I am shocked and appalled that she didn't even want to touch your black ass. That is incredible.
Shake. And she was like, okay. And then when she, sat down, I know she read my resume briefly, and then she was just like, checking off the boxes. And she was like trying to throw like little like, oh, well, tell me about this. And how do you feel about that? And like, what does this mean? This, and what does, this means or whatever. Like she was trying to throw me off my track, but I wasn't thrown off the track because, again, like I said, like I'm knowledgeable on what I do, but I may not be knowledgeable on the position that I applied for. And then I also stated that I am willing to learn. Like a job, when you go to a job, you may not have the experience, but
wait a minute. What was that line? Hold on. We got to run that last couple of seconds back. See, it's cold outside and these hoes be telling tales by the fireplace, y'all. We got to run that one back.
And then I also stated that I applied for. And then but I wasn't thrown off the track because, again, like I said, like I'm knowledgeable on what I do, but I may not be knowledgeable on the position that I applied for.
So you showed up with your black ass and your big ass glasses, and you didn't even understand the job that you applied for. You couldn't even give any reasonable answers to the questions about the job that you applied for, is what it sounds like. Unfortunate.
And then I also stated that I am willing to learn. Like a job, when you go to a job, you may not have the experience, but if people take a chance on you, you have to be willing to learn. Anyway, so today I got the email. It states that I am not, the candidate that they choose, which is fine. But again, this is just the way I felt during my interview. I just felt like the person that I would be working under did not like me, again, because I am a woman of color. So it would be very interesting to see the person that was picked, if they are a woman, a person of color, great. But if they are not, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just going to say I wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, that's just my update. So I'm just saying maybe this is not what God has put in my lead for me to do. It was great to brush up my skills to go and do an interview. But we'll see what else is going to be giving. So hopefully something else comes down the pipeline. I do have my scheduled supervisory test next week. So we'll see how that goes. And based on my test prep, child, I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm going to leave it in the hands of the Lord, honey. But anyway, I just wanted to give you an update. Peace and blessings. Enjoy your Tuesday. Hopefully you guys have a better day.
Thought you didn't need no man. I thought you were good.
I'm a PhD.
Thought you didn't need no man. You got your PhD. You got your job. Oh, you mean those other children of the forest women who came over and tried to get you to join with them to fight their men? Oh, they got husbands and families and everything else. They got a structure. They got a culture. We are the ones on the verge of being wiped out.
Did this nigga just call immigrants children of the forest? Oh no, I didn't even know he had. I know he got that one off. I'm gonna start calling these niggas children of the forest now. All these goddamn jungle immigrants coming over here trying to barely learn English and take jobs and shit. These goddamn children of the forest is coming over here trying to take over. Shout out to Kevin Samuels, man.
So what they told you is, you know what? The stuff we've been experiencing, haven't you experienced it too? What happened in the 80s? You start seeing all it from the late 70s, 80s. We went from blaxploitation to color purples and feminist type movies. Black men ain't never had that kind of power over you. Men ain't had that kind of power over you. And now we're at a point to where you are bought into a story. You're bought into a mythology, and you've turned your men into the things you say are horrible. You hear the average woman talk about men are trash, men are this, men are that, and you ask her in her personal life, what was your last relationship like? Oh, I ain't never had a relationship. Oh, so what are we talking about? We're talking about what your mama said to you, your big mama, Shanae ain't him.
They never cared about Palestine. They just cared about stopping Black women. They just care about doing whatever the hell they need to do to stop our ascension to power, because they know that we're uncorruptible. And if we're uncorruptible, we can't be controlled. And what they desperately need is to be able to remote control politicians. That's how they installed y'all stunt queen in chief.
Riddle me this. So you're telling me that I can convince hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people on this here internet to listen to me babble. And half the time about nothing.
And just like Ned Stark said at the beginning,
but I can't convince a job
winter is
to hire
always
me
coming.
For a role that I'm clearly qualified for. So I can convince hundreds of thousands of people to clock in and watch me babble for minutes on end, but I can't convince one job to hire me for a job that I'm qualified for. Okay. I need whoever is playing the game of my life to stop dicking around. It's enough. I don't know what kind of witchcraftery that's occurring right now, but I need you to stop. Because I'm no longer laughing, and this is no longer funny. Because I can convince hundreds of thousands of people on here to listen to me babble every single day, but I can't convince a job to hire me for a role that I'm clearly freaking qualified for? Clearly qualified for? Okay. Riddle me this. So you're...
What are all the unemployed girls doing? What are y'all doing? What do y'all do every day? As somebody that's currently unemployed, what are y'all doing? Unemployed again. What are y'all doing? What are all the unemployed girls doing? What are y'all doing?
So as many of you know, I have been unemployed for quite some time. I was laid off at the age of 43 for the first time ever in my life after working since I was 15. I am now 46. I'm still unemployed, so you do the math there. I've applied to thousands of jobs. I've had my resume written, rewritten, written again, dissected, put back together for free and paid. I've also optimized my LinkedIn. I've also optimized my resume. I've also gotten referrals that didn't go anywhere. And so at this point, I'm just wondering, do I just need to blatantly ask on LinkedIn or Indeed or wherever for who is hiring for Black women? Because to say it's not a thing, the writing is very much on the wall. I mean, I have well over 10 years of experience in software development. My last title was a technical product manager. At the point of my layoff, I was told it was not because of my merit, but solely because of the restructuring of the organization. Cool. But after applying to countless jobs and getting maybe one handful of interviews, yeah, I just want to know who's hiring Black women at this point, because if this whole DEI, whatever thing that's being attached to Black women is truly a thing, and, you know, these hiring managers and corporations are really out there asking for who is aligned with their political views, or, you know, putting in their, you know, hiring instructions to recruiters, you know, we only want certain applicants. Let me know what those companies are so I don't waste my time applying there. At this point, it's not just about a job or a salary or any of that. For me, a person living with liver disease, this is really a life or death situation for me. So as a chronic liver patient, before you can even be eligible or considered for a liver transplant, you have to go through a transplant evaluation. And that's a series of checkpoints on various aspects of your life, home support, finances, just all of the things, your health, all of the things, your overall health, everything. Because I do not have insurance and the transplant eval is not covered by Medicaid, I have to get a job to get insurance. I just do. They won't even allow you to be a cash patient. So if I can't get the eval, I can't get a transplant. So it's just, I guess I plan for that before I plan for anything, right? I don't know. So yeah, let me know. I would like to know what you guys think. Would it be inappropriate to just, I mean, everybody else is being blatant and doing whatever they want to do. So would it be inappropriate for me to just put it out there and say, okay, who is hiring Black women? I have a master's degree in management information systems. I also, again, have over 10 years of experience in software development as a technical product manager. I've been a product owner. I've been a business analyst. Yeah. I think that would qualify me to do something. I've applied for ad nauseum for titles that I've already held, and still, apparently, I'm just unqualified. So what am I supposed to do?
People that say it's not hard to find a job is usually been boomers, and it usually depends on what type of job. But if you have looked for a job in the past 6 months, it is difficult. I am fully aware of that. And you have to do things differently. Now, my mom's a boomer, and my aunt, boomer too, right? So they really didn't understand why is it so difficult, because my aunt, she had the same job from the time she was 18 until she retired. My mom could quit a job 1 week and be back employed the next week.
Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button for me. Like, share, and subscribe. Throw $1 in the hat while you're in here. This is my job. Jobs are hard to come by. Don't have me out here like these black women struggling on TikTok.
Give me the money. Give me the money for all that I would do. Give me the money.
So, and it could take care of a full family, just with one job. Like a person could work at the post office and take care of the entire family. But things are not the same. It is not as easy as it used to be if you are looking for a job with full-time benefits that can take care of a family. Some of the jobs, some of the salaries and hourly jobs that people are getting can barely take care of their basic needs, let alone a family. So I'm going to need you. I was raised to be respectful to my elders. I am now an elder. People call me Auntie or Miss Helena. And I'm going to say respectfully, if you have not looked for a job in the past 6 months, please take several seats.
And what really grinds my gears in this finding a job world that I hate so bad. You can have all the experience in the world. You could be the best dressed out of all the people in a group interview. You can have your resume in your hand and nobody else has a resume. You could be the best talker if you are. I'm not a good talker, but you could be the best everything. Most experience, better experience, etc. Then you get the rejection email and it's oh, you were the best person. Like literally you were the best of the best. Like we almost went with you. We almost did. Just to let you know, we were finna pick you. But somebody else just got a little bit of edge on you. You had the best experience. You're the most determined. We loved everything you said. I love the fact that you're a go-getter and you're a hard worker. You got all this experience. But somebody else a little bit over ahead of you. But we're gonna keep your application. We're gonna keep your application on file. You can have other applications. You could have other jobs here that pay a lot less. Well, you could, but we might not give it to you though. But we'll put you on file for that. Baby, now you got me in the corner with a bucket of water coming from my tears. I didn't feel like crying today. If you would have rejected me in the email and left it alone, I probably wouldn't have cried. And
they made her cry, all right? It's cold outside. Winter is here, and they got her crying. Shout out to the cute nerd with the $4.99. Says, giving you the money as the cute little robber demands. Listen, that's my shooter right there. I gave him my gun. That's my personal strat.
Give me the money. Give me the money for all that I would do. Give me the money.
in the corner with a bucket of water as tears. But the fact that you told me I was one of the best and you were almost going to pick me and you really was picking me, but then you didn't pick me because you wanted to go with the other person, it's going to make me cry some more. Because it's just like, don't butter me up. I'm not popcorn. Reading these rejection emails, if y'all keep it short and sweet, hey.
She's not popcorn. They buttered her up like some warm, hot, freshly roasted kernels, but she's not popcorn.
Cry some more, because it's just like, don't butter me up. I'm not popcorn. Reading these rejection emails, if y'all keep it short and sweet, hey, you ain't get the job, bro. I'm going to be all right. I might be a little sad, but I'm going to be all right. You butter me up like I'm popcorn, I'm going to be in the corner like I'm in a movie theater. And I'm going to be crying, y'all. I'm going to be a bucket of popcorn crying in the corner. Because you told me, I'm spitting, y'all. Because you told me I was the best of the best. Anyways, yeah. You told me I was the best of the best. From the east to the west. And now I'm feeling like, dang, well, if I was the best, why are you sending me this email?
You need every other group of women that understand they need their men. Oh, and I'm not going to just say it to just the women who are under 50,000. I'm going to talk to you PhDs, you corporate chicks. Oh, guess what? As you start to flood back into work, you're going to realize that companies have been on hiatus. They haven't hired, they haven't fired, but they haven't done anything. What they have realized, though, is the profits have not gone down with you being out of the office. Companies learn real quick how to cut the most expensive part of an organization. That's personnel, that's headcount. I talked about the she session, with the rise of the she economy. Women have not, in our country, have not outpaced themselves in science, engineering, technology, math.
Whoa. Slow down, Kev. You're killing them. The she economy led to a she session? Wait a minute. I got to take notes, Kev. Whoa. There was a she economy, and then that was killed by the she session. This is amazing stuff.
To cut the most expensive part of an organization, that's personnel, that's headcount. I talked about the she session, with the rise of the she economy. Women have not, in our country, have not outpaced themselves in science, engineering, technology, math, infrastructure jobs. Your jobs are based in retail, retail in our community, and the federal government, but in general, administrative and clerical type work. The largest sector of women who are making money, who are essential to the economy, are in medicine. But that is a very small portion. Oh, I'm a small business owner. I got my money. Well, if nobody can afford to go get their hair done, or those mink eyelashes or those acrylics, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Because everybody's not gonna be able to afford it. It's coming. Some of your clients have not paid their rent in 18 months. It's due today. Oh, it was due yesterday. In full, not part, in full.
Nobody cares about your goddamn degrees, and especially not your master's degree. And I know this is 1,000% annoying because they have built us up to believe that the master's degree, the bachelor's degree, the education is so vital, so important. It's the requirement. It's a qualification. You must have it to go to the next level, to make a lot of money. People told you that. They told me that all day long. And then you get into the job hunt and you can't seem to get anybody to hire you. I'm going to tell you the secret. They actually didn't care. Isn't that annoying? It just sounds good. It just sounds good. Oh, you need to have a master's degree to do this job, but you actually don't. Because the truth is they end up hiring people who don't have any degrees, no formal education, don't fit the job description, don't know the tools, don't know the skills. They end up picking people who sound better in the interview. The only thing that is stopping you from getting a job is the fact that you don't know what to say to get a company to want to hire you. Because you have the skills, you have the education, you have the certifications, you have everything. You deserve the recognition, but you're being overlooked because nobody has actually sat you down and taught you what to say to get a company to want to invest 6 figures into your 6-figure skill set. So you have the skills. You're lacking the communication because people really just don't care about our degrees. The only people who care about our degrees are probably our parents. And honestly, after I walked across the stage at the dinner 2 hours later, my dad, so what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do with that? What's the plan?
Imagine going through all these years of Girl Boss University, only to find out none of the Girl Boss careers actually care about your Girl Boss degree. A lot of heartbreak here. So much heartbreak in this stream tonight, man. Hit that like button, y'all. There's a lot of heartbreak in this stream. A lot of unused girl boss degrees. I don't know what they're going to do with all these girl boss degrees. The girl boss jobs are just not hiring like they used to, y'all. We got to think of something.
Get back in the kitchen.
They want to see the job, they want to see the money, and they want to see you doing something. But if you don't know how to get the job to help you do the thing, it doesn't even matter. You sit there, you feel bad about yourself. Oh, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I need to get a double master's. Maybe I need to get a doctorate degree. And none of that is the issue. It's not what you're lacking. What you're lacking is the communication. That's the only thing you need to turn your job hunt around right now. I showed job seekers how to speak, how to talk, how to position, how to present their potential future value to companies so companies will see the point in investing in that potential future value. And it has nothing to do with talking about your education. You don't ever have to talk about your education ever again, to be honest. You never need to build that into your career story because companies don't really relate to it. They don't resonate with it. They don't value it. Here's the litmus test. If they did, you would be hired by now. You'd have the job you want and you'd be making the money that you want right now because you're qualified. You fit the job description and they are ignoring you and overlooking you because you're not speaking to them in the way that gets a business to want to invest in a service. When you work with me, I tell you exactly how this job market functions, how to get ahead of your own job hunt for the specific skills you have.
All right, I just realized what was going on. Her job during the winter is to help women who can't find jobs during the winter find a winter job. It took me a minute. She was babbling really quickly, but I finally figured it out, y'all.
so that you can transition into the role that you want. That is the only thing you need to learn to get hired. You don't need to get any more LinkedIn learning certifications. You don't need to go back to school. You don't need to go to any other program or any other boot camp. What you actually need to learn is how to talk to a company in a way that gets them to want to buy. And when you learn how to do this with me, you get hired for 6 figures minimum. Nobody cares about your goddamn degrees, and especially
As of February 13th, 2026, I just want to let everybody know that I will be putting in my last 2 job applications.
Yeah, February 13th, 2026. Today is March 21st, 2026. I just want you to understand how long-standing and deep this job crisis really goes, right? This job crisis has been in effect at least a year now, maybe a little bit longer. And we'll see how much longer it lasts right now, but it was predicted. It was foretold by the great Black patriarch, Kevin Samuels. May he forever rest in peace. He tried to warn y'all. He tried to tell y'all. You didn't want to listen. You tap danced and pissed on his grave, and now the snowflakes are falling. Winter has finally come.
And just like Ned Stark said at the beginning,
winter is coming.
Winter is always coming.
As of February 13th, 2026, I just want to let everybody know that I will be putting in my last 2 job applications. And other than that, that's all. And it's not that I give up. It's not none of that. It's the fact that I'm tired of playing this will they, won't they cat and mouse game when it comes to the job search. And I deserve more. So yeah, I'm just going to focus on my business. And yeah, but I do want to tell y'all about, what's the straw that's breaking the camel's back right now. So real quick, I applied to an internship position at this event production, not production, but like event, like content gathering company or whatever it is. So I applied there to be an intern because even though I have a bachelor's degree, even though I have years of experience in content and social media and stuff, I still get letters back saying that I don't have enough experience. So I'm like, okay, maybe I need to go back to the drawing board and get some more experience. So I applied to be an intern for their social media team or whatever, right? So cool. So mind you, the recruiter finds me on LinkedIn, and she emails and she texts me and she's like, hey, honestly, it seems like with your experience and your expertise, I feel like you should apply.
Is the music getting louder as her story gets sadder? Does the volume of the music increase with the pit of her sadness as it gets darker and sadder? I keep hearing that piano key bang harder.
Like for the actual social media coordinator position. I didn't see this position at first, but I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So I'm like, okay, she's saying that I have potential to actually have a paid position. So I'm like, okay, yeah. So I applied to it. It's been about 3 weeks. On the way to my hair appointment right now at this moment, I get the email and it says, thank you for your application. So I park, I watch it, I read it. She's like, thank you for your application. It's not about your work. It's about, like, I guess where they just want to go. It's not me. It was never going to be you. It was never going to be you. So, yeah, I'm over it. Just going to go hard in the paint with my own personal social media marketing agency. If you're looking for anybody in the Atlanta area or surrounding area to do social media marketing for your business, for your service, do event marketing, anything like that, please hit me up. The page is thestudio.z7. Just looking for anyone to give me a chance. I really do want to work with minority businesses, especially in restaurants, product-based businesses, things of that nature. So please hit me up if you're in the Atlanta area or anything like that. I would love to just get some experience with you. I'm open to, working within your budget if need be. And yeah, so love you guys.
People who are unemployed
what are we currently doing right now? Because Indeed literally does not work anymore. And I'm so over it. I was complaining to my friend about this, and I can't believe she was gatekeeping this app where all you do is upload your resume. And when you swipe right, the AI automatically applies into the company's website. People who are unemployed, what are we currently doing right now? Because Indeed literally does not.
You know what? Like, I'm really feeling like I'm about to start getting violent over this fucking job market, because the things that just keep happening to me are insane. I've been applying to medical receptionist jobs. I have been applying to those for so long now. These are entry level fucking positions. You don't even need a bachelor's degree to apply. All they want is 1 year of either medical experience or related customer service experience. I fucking have that. I have wonderful communication skills. Every single job that I've had has told me you have great communication skills, this, that, the third. Why the fuck is it so fucking hard to speak to HR or to speak to a fucking hiring manager or to get anybody on the fucking phone about these jobs? How the fuck are you going to send me a rejection letter? Oh yeah, we're going to go with other applicants. The job is still fucking posted. No, somebody is going to fucking explain themselves, because you know what, when I finally do get a hold of someone, you know what I'm going to ask? Do you use AI to fucking sort through your applications before a person sees it? Do you use AI? Because if you use AI, look at my fucking application right now. Look at my fucking application right now. I'm not doing this bullshit with you guys. It's pissing me the fuck off. Why the fuck is there a robot being like, yeah, nope, because I have one little error? I should not have to tailor my fucking resume to thousands of fucking jobs just to get a fucking call back. And then when I finally do get someone on the phone, you want to act like you have a fucking attitude, like you haven't been in my fucking place. You want to act like you have a fucking attitude because I'm calling trying to get a goddamn job? Fuck out of here with that damn snooty, musty ass attitude. Hi, I'm calling to speak to HR or hiring manager. Oh, we're going to have to put you on the customer service line. Oh, but I was just on the customer service line for 20 minutes and then the call cut out of nowhere. Oh, well, sorry, that's the only way you're going to reach HR. Get on the customer service line. Hey, you're the 30th caller in line. Would you like us to call you back? We have a high number of people calling every single time you fucking call. Maybe if you hired more fucking people, you wouldn't have that issue. You can get someone calls, someone picks up right the fuck away because you got enough people to answer the motherfucking phone. I'm sick of it. Like I said, this is the kind of shit that makes you want to get fucking violent. I see how people reach certain points, because if I was just mentally unstable enough and just didn't care about the repercussions of my actions just enough, I would have done some shit by now. I would have done some shit because I cannot fucking take it anymore. My next fucking call is going to be to the Better Business Bureau, because you guys are not going to fucking keep getting over on people without no accountability. Okay? It might not go anywhere, but I'm about to start reporting the fuck out of every single job that I'm having this issue with, because it's ridiculous. And then people have the nerve to say overall, oh, well, you guys just don't want to work.
You know, I really can't imagine why no one would hire her for a customer service receptionist, you know, facing the public type of job. She seems very, very lovely. I mean, I just can't imagine why. Like, hire this woman. What's wrong with you people? But, you know, we've been warned. We were told these days were coming.
Okay, so we've officially hit the 3-month mark of being unemployed, and I actually feel like I'm at the point of crashing out. I really wanted this time to be like, you know, when you see everyone's like, oh, I got laid off, and then it was actually great because I found out my dream job or the thing I always wanted to do. And it's been 3 months and I'm like, yeah, I can't relate. I don't know what I want to do. I have absolutely no idea where I'm going to go from here. Like every single day I just wake up and it's kind of like, okay, what is today going to be? But yeah, okay, so we've officially hit the 3-month mark of being unemployed, and I actually feel like I'm at the point of crashing out.
The truth is, you are getting rejected from roles that you fit 100%. And it's pissing you off because you have the skills, you have the experience, you have the education, you have everything listed on the job description, and you still get told no. You've done the job before, and you've done it well, and you still are getting told no. You're being overlooked. And I know why. It's because you're overqualified. Okay. When you fit the job description at 100% on day one, you are actually overqualified for that role. So you're being overlooked because it is risky for the company to choose you, someone that they can see clear as day is overqualified for the role they're trying to land with them, because they know you're either going to ask for more money sooner than would be necessary if you were the actual career level of the role, or you're just going to move on, get bored, and need a new challenge somewhere else, which is risky for them to invest in. That is why you need to apply to roles that are higher. The truth is, you are getting rejected from roles that you fit one.
I've been unemployed for 6 months, but out of all of the rejections, getting a no from Barnes & Noble for a part-time job as a bookseller 15 minutes ago, no interview, nothing.
I mean, honestly, I would buy books from a better person too. You know, I want to be supportive. I don't want to be overly critical as we chronicle the winter that was coming. But I got to tell you, I would buy books from a better bitch. I swear to God, I really would. It's just my gut feeling. Whatever books you're reading, I don't want to read. Whatever books you're into is probably the reason why you got this way. And I'm just saying, Barnes & Noble's probably made a good call on that one.
Apply for a job. Get a phone screening. Ace the phone screening. Get called back a week later. They want to push you in first round of interviews. You're excited. Position, communications and PR coordinator. Pay, $55 to $65 an hour. In that range. You're excited even more. Hybrid, 3 days in office, 2 days work from home. Exactly what you've been looking for. Beautiful. You send in your availability and previous work for review. Schedule interview. Prepare for interview. You're excited even more. Week of the interview. They call to confirm your interview time and the address. You confirm. You're confident. Think you're gonna ace the shit. Day before interview. Position has been paused until the unforeseeable future. Repeat.
Damn. That was rough.
Can a nigga live? Can a nigga live? Please.
I want what you white hoes get, and I want it today, ASAP, not tomorrow.
A shout out to Black Latina with the $4.99. She says, I work at the post office, plenty single Black men. Why don't they marry them and avoid this crisis? I hate to break it to you. It's because they work at the post office too. I'm sorry. I hate to be that guy, but that's probably why. You know, it's cool for you to work. You could work at the post office, right? You're a chick. Nobody looks at it that way. But the women who want to marry a guy, I don't think they want to marry the guy that works at the post office. I'm just saying, you know, it's not me. I swear it's not me. It's them. They did this. They made it this way. I didn't do this. I didn't come up with all these rules and strictures.
And after 3 months of being laid off and giving notice I was being laid off while on maternity leave, guess who got a job?
Only God can do it. Only God can do it. Only God.
Oh, snap. We got us a happy one. We finally got a winner, y'all. We finally got a winner. Yes.
Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
Good for her.
God can do it. Only God can do it. Do it. Do it.
Ooh, shout one is exhausting. If I do that more often, I might could lose this mommy pouch. On a serious note, I am grateful because this job market is terrible, especially for Black women. I remember reporting last year that it was about 300,000 Black women who left the workforce. But then at the end of the year, they were saying upwards of 600,000 women left the workforce last year. But did y'all know that only 42% of those women were actually due to layoffs? The other 58% were actually voluntary departures. And majority of that 58% actually said that childcare or caregiving was the reason they left their jobs. Women are quitting their jobs because they can't afford childcare or to take care of their parents and work at the same time. Make it make sense. The other day, I came across this video of this woman saying that mothers specifically are being set up to fail in the workforce. And low-key, that's some tea.
Oh, nobody is setting mothers up specifically. You know who set you up to fail? God. Yeah, I know. It sounds crazy, right? Listen, I was reading the book and I was like thinking over all the plans and stuff. And God was like, nah, I didn't really want y'all doing all these things.
Get back in the kitchen.
Because between not having enough workplace flexibility in the first place, unaffordable child care costs, and not being able to make enough money to actually meet the rising cost of child care, women are not just choosing not to work.
I'm mad I was muted up this whole time. This stupid thing. This thing is supposed to unmute immediately after clips play. Damn it. This thing be killing me. Anyway.
Of work take care of their parents and work at the same time. Make it make sense. The other day, I came across this video of this woman saying that mothers specifically are being set up to fail in the workforce. And low-key,
you know what's so funny? When you say chose to betray God, and shout out to everybody watching on Rumble, by the way. When you say chose to betray God, I was just saying, well, I was muted, obviously. I don't think you were betrayed. I don't think you were set up to fail. You know who I think did this to you? I think God did this to you. Yeah. I was reading the book and God was like, nah, don't do these things. And here you are now doing these things. And now you're mad at God after you did these things. I don't think God wanted you to do these things.
That's some tea. Because between not having enough workplace flexibility in the first place, unaffordable child care costs, and not being able to make enough money to actually meet the rising cost of child care, women are not just choosing not to work. They are being structurally pushed out of the workforce. And ultimately, the government is failing us. Like the same government who was pro-birth and pro-family planning and all that stuff, they're failing us. Like the layoffs are one thing. It is extremely discriminatory to Black women, and it's a huge disservice to the economy. And also, there is nothing voluntary about leaving a job because you cannot afford childcare.
I don't know if voluntary is the right word for that. I would call that reality-based decision-making. Things adults have to do all the time.
Black women's unemployment rate rose by almost 3% in only 2 years. In 2025, Black women had one of the sharpest declines in employment in the past 25 years. We all know that the federal layoffs were a huge contributor, but even Black women in the private sector are feeling the impacts on the reduction of DEI and corporate layoffs. Everyone keeps asking, what's next? Where do we go from here? And for me, it's utilizing social media and the platform I'm building online to create a portfolio career for myself. I believe that we are in the era of the portfolio career where people are no longer waiting for others to see their value. They're no longer waiting to be picked, and they're cutting out the middleman and finding people who want to utilize their skills directly. Social media is quite literally an amplifier. It is a megaphone for everything that you are already doing or for anything that you would want to do. And it's quite literally a platform that can bring audiences' attention to the skills that you offer. The creator economy is growing and shifting. It is a billion-dollar industry that is only getting larger. People's perspective on what influencers can do has significantly changed in the past few years. If you are a corporate person with a particular expertise and you've wanted to share online, now is the perfect time because this space is only going to become more and more saturated. A few years ago, I started creating content because I realized that there was a need for my expertise, but I also wanted to create a stream of income that I was fully in control over. I have absolutely no social media, marketing, communications background. I have literally been building this brick by brick with no expertise. On top of that, being in finance, there's very few other corporate influencers who work in the finance space. So I feel like I've been navigating this on my own and it's been a little lonely. So I decided to create a community of Black women corporate creators, a safe space where we can learn, grow, and work towards our goals together. If you're interested in joining the Creator Collective, the link is in my bio. I'm headed to sit on a career panel. I hope that y'all have a great Saturday. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, bye.
The men, the top 10% of men are what women worry about most. You would think in our community that 80% of men in the top 10 married out. It's not the truth. But as everyone gets older, as times get tight, as things begin to consolidate, ladies, you got to realize there's more of you than us. There are more women than men. You got to try to get on his page, in his boat, in his raft. That means his program. Or you can think this is I'm full of crap, don't know what I'm talking about. But the Moynihan report talked about this a long time ago. We have gone backwards since then. When this report was written, the Black community was married at a rate of 80%. Today, that's 3 out of 4. But that number is that number right there is deceptive. That number is deceptive for one reason and one reason alone. The baby boomers are still calculated in those numbers. The baby boomers were married at a rate of about 70%. When the baby boomers drop out of the numbers, it is going to go off the cliff. I was talking to a friend over the weekend, and she had a hard time seeing that women were out here just living footloose, fancy free, not worrying about their future, doing this, doing that. She had a hard time, along with a lot of women, imagining that women by age 25 have had 10 or more sexual partners. And I said, that's low. If you're a woman that's still in shape, got a good head on your shoulders, your eyes are open, and you have a desire or a spirit or willing to learn and cooperate with a man, you have an opportunity. You will stand out from the rest of the crowd because those are the kind of women most men want to end up dealing with. Men don't just want to deal with you just because winter's coming.
I honestly was not expecting to cry when I was making this video. Get ready with me as I talk with y'all about how I've been unemployed for 7 months. And yes, although I've been handling all with grace, it gets to a point where it really starts getting to you. And this is like the most vulnerable, honestly, like I'm being when it comes to me being unemployed, but I think it's time. As I've said, I've literally been unemployed for 7 months. And it's just so unfortunate because while people are talking about their 2026 goals and everything they want to do for 2026, I'm just sitting here like still unemployed. Like 2025 has been the worst year for me thus far.
let me not say worst year. It's also been a blessing, but still 2025 was definitely not the year that I expected for myself. Like we went from wedding planning to literally about to put our down payment on our venue for our wedding. All for that same week we were about to put the down payment down, I end up getting laid off. And thankfully it happened like that because I would have been mad if we put the down payment and then I got laid off. Oh, I would have been so stressed out. So because of that, we actually had to put our wedding on pause. And now I honestly don't even know when we'll be having our wedding. It'll happen in God's timing. And I do want to preface this. Y'all truly get a glimpse of my life. Y'all don't see the ins and the outs of it all. And although y'all be seeing that I be handling it with grace and all that stuff, oh baby, I've been crying up a storm behind closed doors, okay? It just gets to a point where you truly start questioning yourself and you start questioning your worth. And it's like, why am I getting rejected? Why am I not getting accepted to any jobs? Realize that although I'm getting upset and I'm crying, I just have to surrender all of this to God because it's like He's the one that has the bigger picture. He's the one that understands. Oh, I'm about to cry. He's the one that knows. He's the one that truly knows what He has planned for me. And although I'm so lost and I'm so confused, I just know it's going to be better and it's going to get better. I honestly was not expecting to cry when I was making this video. I also do want to hone in on the fact that I do have a partner. I have a fiance. And I know for a lot of people, they're doing this alone. And I can only imagine what it's like having to do this alone.
Ooh, good thing you're not alone, because I bet you it would hurt even more. Shout out to my man Smarty Pants with the 199. He says, file your complaints with the Better Bitches Bureau. Where do you send that? What's their address, by the way? I've been looking for the Better Bitches Bureau, and I can't find it. When I Google it, nothing comes up. But hit me on Twitter. Let me know, what's the address to the BBB? I need to figure out where to find better bitches. Is there a whole bureau dedicated to figuring this thing out for me? But shout out to Smarty Pants. Hit that super chat button for me, y'all. Also, you can find me on Venmo at The Hoodservative on Venmo. Shout out to everybody watching.
Give me the money. Give me the money for all that I would do. Give me the money.
Come on, share your dollar. Give me your dollar. Share your dollar with me. Come on.
Like, it just makes it 10 times harder. Although 2025 was the year where I became unemployed, 2025 was also the year where I made the most money out of creating content. And I'm truly proud of myself. But as some of you guys know, and if some of you guys don't, when it comes to making money and content creating, it's not consistent enough for my liking and for where I'm at in my life. It is not consistent enough for me to just do this full time as of right now. I'm in a season of my life where God is truly teaching me patience, and He's truly showing me, like, if you just pause and if you listen to me, I will bless you. And I think for me, that's just been the hardest part because I'm just always so controlling of my life and, you know, how I want things to play out. And I think God is basically just trying to show me, like, you have to stop that. And you have to trust in me. And I think for me, that's just been the hardest part. To be so honest, I am not a transparent person. Like I'm transparent, but when it comes to certain things in my life, I think I just really keep that to myself. And that's just how I was raised.
You asking what happened to her edges? I think she lost them in a recession. You know, the economy's bad. Cuts have to be made. Decisions have to be made. Sometimes you just decide that your edges just aren't worth it. Maybe next year she'll have edges again.
Growing up in a foreign household is like, you don't talk about your problems, you don't talk about your struggles, you keep that to yourself. Although I was raised like that, I feel like the season that I'm in, like I have to share this experience with you guys because I know that there's so many other people that are out there who are unemployed and who are struggling and are so lost and so confused. And like, that's me right now. I'm so lost. I'm so confused. But also, side note, I truly love this Too Faced concealer. Like when I tell y'all I be going through it, like this is already done and it's the same shade, but for some reason I just can't seem to let go of this concealer even though it's empty because I just love it so much. And not me getting emotional. But also in the midst of all of this and 2025, Like, we were able to buy a home. We were able to travel. We were still able to do all of these things where I know a lot of people.
No, he was able to buy a home. He was able to travel. What's all this weed shit? What is all this weed shit? Because you know damn well if you were spending all the money, if you were buying all the things, if you were getting all the tickets in the hotel rooms, you'd be feeling some type of way. You wouldn't be on the internet bragging about we traveled and we went here and we went there. You'd be like, this broke ass nigga can't even get me a bus ticket downtown. But we traveled. We bought a home. We did all these wonderful things when I didn't have a goddamn dime.
People cannot do. And I know it's because God is honestly just showing me, hey, like, although you are in this season, I got you. And when I tell you guys, I've debated for months and months and months to even make this video, but I don't know. It was something about just going into this new year. I was like,
and notice how, look at her face now. What's that thing called? Concealer? Women literally have a makeup called liar. Like, you're concealing the truth. You're lying to me. Isn't lying concealing the truth? And they have a thing called a concealer. She is applying concealer. Look at the before.
and although I'm
Look at that. Look at that. You got all this, you got all these things going on here
I would have
that
been
you have
mad
to
if
conceal. And then look at now.
but I'm also just having
Look at all that shit that she concealed. She concealed a whole other person. That is a whole other woman underneath that makeup. You are concealing the real you. I would like to report you to the Better Bitch Bureau. I would like to file a complaint on behalf of your boyfriend / baby daddy / whoever paying for all your meals right now. I would like to file a complaint on his behalf because you are obviously concealing things from him. And I think it's unfair to him and the relationship. They literally have a thing called concealer, where it's just let me lie to this nigga about my real
we're
face.
still able to do all of these things where I know a lot of people cannot do. And I know it's because God is honestly just showing me, hey, like, although you are in this season, I got you. And when I tell you guys, I've debated for months and months and months to even make this video, but I don't know. It was something about just going into this new year. I was like, I think it is time. There are just so many people that are going through the same thing as me. And it's just like, I also want it to be known, like, you aren't alone. But I'm also just having to realize, like, God is just redirecting me, and God is just putting me in this season to set me up for what is next for me. Though I still don't know what it is, I know that it's going to be better. And a part of me really feels like 2026 is going to be an amazing year for me. I truly feel as if God is going to reward me this year for what I went through for majority of last year behind closed doors. Life is not perfect. It's actually far from perfect.
I thought you were traveling and seeing the world and buying new houses and properties. And now all of a sudden, oh, we went through hell behind closed doors. You see how they're never happy?
Okay. And I know I'm making this video long, but on the day that I got laid off, I remember I literally woke up, I looked outside my window and I was like, Lord God, please get me out of this job, get me out of this situation. And he did. And like, I've just been struggling since then. And it's basically, I think God is like, you prayed for it, you asked for it, but now it's like, you have to listen to me and you have to surrender. And that's something that I've truly been struggling with, is the surrendering aspect. Because like I said, I'm very, very, very controlling of my.
Somebody told me your edges surrendered a long time ago, but you stayed in the fight. Congratulations to you. Your edges surrendered, but you kept on fighting.
Life and like how things play out. And I'm now just having to realize I can no longer do that, because at the end of the day, I want what God has planned for me. Whatever will God has in store for me, that's what I want. But y'all, I do want to apologize for how long this video is. So I'm just going to finish the rest of my makeup and then I'll come back at the end. Struggling and just confused as to where you're at, or
Oh my God, look at her now. Look at her final form. She done went through like 4 stages of transformation like Vegeta. Look at her final form.
Makeup is done, and
We done seen like 3 different women in her one TikTok. We done seen all these different women appear in this one TikTok. What the hell kind of magic is this? Shout out to Ancient Man over here. Ancient Man with the $10 super chat. My biggest problem is saving quarter of the value of my assets and property. I'm not adding any of these post-wall B-dubs to my roll, maybe for $40. Oh man, not the 40 ball. Shout out to my man Ancient Man with that $10 super chat. Be like Ancient Man, y'all. Smash that super chat button for me.
Hulk! Smash! Smash you! You make Hulk angry. You not like Hulk angry. Hulk no like fighting girls.
We already know that many Black women have been unfairly fired over the last several months. I just wanted to say one thing and request one thing from you. I wanted to say that if you're a Black woman and you notice that at your job they're starting to talk about your performance, or even before that, if they are starting to pile up work on you, they're trying to get rid of you. They're piling work on you so that they can later claim that you're not meeting your performance requirements. Now, the one thing I request of you guys is please take the time to, in my comments, if there is any company you know of that is specific firing a lot of Black women, please drop it into the comment section. I am building up a list of companies that are exhibiting that type of behavior because this bullshit will come to an end. But we need to remember which companies treated us like shit when they were given the option.
That's right. You fight the power, girl. You fight the goddamn power. I wouldn't sit down and take this. I wouldn't take this laying down if I was you. I would not be laying down in my bed making TikToks, taking the stuff. I would be out there fighting the power. You get up and you fight the power, girl. You do that. You get up there, you fight.
I am building up a list of companies that are exhibiting that type of behavior because this bullshit will come to an end. But we need to remember which companies treated us like shit when they were given the option. So please take the time to do that. I'm going to add some companies I know. If you have one, add it to the list. We already know that many Black women have been unfairly
at 3 times the rate. Black women are losing their jobs at 3 times the rate. Let's talk about it. I found this Essence article talking about how Black women are losing our jobs at a disproportionate rate. We're being affected by layoffs or restructures. So even though we make up 14% of the workforce, we accounted for 50% of job losses last year. That's half. Like, and not only is this affecting our career trajectories, it's affecting our income, our net worth. Hello, generational wealth gap. And this doesn't even hit on the psychological damage that this is doing. I swear I have spent half of my therapy time talking about my relationships at work and how difficult corporate America has been. One of the researchers in this article talked about Black women being the canary in the coal mine, meaning when things go bad in the economy, it is usually felt by Black women first, and it's usually felt the hardest. So if you are one of the dozens of women in my last video who talked about being impacted by a layoff and your job search is feeling especially hard, it's not all in your head. This article really has me thinking about a lot of things as I think about what's next for me, and if I go back to corporate at all.
Continued excellence in the face of due to our continued excellence in the face of constant, unadulterated racism, sexism, and colorism, in the past few months, over 300,000 Black women have lost their jobs. Between May and August of 2025, approximately 300,000 Black women have either left or were forced out of the workforce. This was by design. Pay attention, because this is a strategic move by the systemically racist society we live in. Once again, y'all still can't leave Black folks alone. Jealousy is a pathetic way to live. And even though it is hard being young, gifted, and Black, I'm still Black and I'm still proud. Anyway, unemployment for Black women has surged to 6%. That's about double the rate. You hear me? Double the rate of white male or female workers. Is that equality? Early in 2025, the situation was already dire. 226,000 jobs were lost for Black women between February and March, and the sharpest drop since the early days of the pandemic back in 2020. Because you know we were the first to go, unless we were nurses or teachers. In April alone, we saw roughly 106,000 jobs lost, pushing unemployment from 5.1% to 6.1%.
Oh my God. That does kind of resemble Richard Pryor. You do look like Richard Pryor, low key. My audience called it.
And let's get one thing real straight. Black women, despite us having the highest educational attainment, that means we got the most degrees, we face deep occupational segregation. Still, we are disproportionately represented in lower paying, undervalued sectors such as administration support, healthcare, education, and public service.
My suggestion, look in your vicinity of the men who are trying to deal with you and pick the best one and get the French toast out of the game. Stop acting like you've got time. You are over 30. You don't have that kind of time. Black don't crack. Just because you feel like you look 21, your ass is really 35. With geriatric pregnancy and old ass eggs. Don't know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I do. You don't think I know what I'm talking about? I know what I'm talking about. But let's get to it. I want to open the call lines because I want to hear from the ladies who may have a different take.
Now, shout out to everybody watching. We're about to wrap this one up here. We are, like I said, I wanted to bring back a repeating series. I want to continue this series. I got a couple of more editions I think I can squeeze out of this one, but we are almost done. Appreciate you guys coming out. Hit that like button, y'all. We have been chronicling the winter, the Chronicles of Winter. Kevin Samuels called it, and it's finally upon us, y'all.
About the setup today. Over 300,000 Black women were pushed out of the workforce this year, and I was one of them. This is lesson number 7 of 30 lessons surviving unemployment. Oh, let me get my mic. Let me get my mic. Y'all need to focus. One thing about me, I will blow my life up if I need to. Bring the chaos. Don't be afraid to create friction in your life. If there's never any friction in your life, you're probably not betting on yourself enough. I was talking to my therapist recently about how some of the roughest months of the year literally felt like friction on all sides. And maybe some of that has been self-induced. Making tough decisions, having hard conversations, creating boundaries. Similar to what I said about depression yesterday, when it comes to that type of friction, it's something that you really just have to sit with, because that discomfort is clearing the path to you discovering what you're needing at this time, not 3 months ago, at this time. Because
hey, shout out to Mr. O out there winning big while listening to the show. Drinks are on O tonight. Drinks are on O. And don't worry about it. I'm a cheap homeboy. You can buy me whatever the bottom shelf liquor is. You know, we can drink cheap whiskey. We don't have to get all fancy with it. I don't need Hennessy. I don't need the top shelf stuff. You know, we can go cheap, but drinks are on Mr. O tonight.
Because at the end of the day, everything can look good and be good, quote unquote, outwardly. But if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. And that's okay. That means you need to explore what's going on. And honestly, I've always been that way. Like, I genuinely can't help it. I think my consciousness is just restless when I'm not living in my truest form. And that's in all aspects of my life, right? Like, I crave a boundless, fruitful life. I like who I like. I live how I want to live. And I advocate for that. There are no preset scripts, right? Like, no rules rules that I have to follow. I get to imagine my life from scratch. My work, my joy, my peace, it's mine. Yeah. I used to joke that I'm an experience hoe because I'm always craving novelty. But honestly, that's just who I am. Like, who am I talking to today? There's so much nuance, so many interests, and a lot of curiosity. And I think more people should live like that. If something isn't working, I step back, I dismantle, I reconfigure. I don't cling to one perfect storyline or one perfect story ending. I'm not afraid to shake the spot, disrupt the plan, and start from zero if I need to. Because I know that temporary disruption is how I create something better. I'm a very talented girl. I have a million interests daily. Like, how can one decide on just one thing she wants to do or wants to be for the rest of her life? I can't. I mustn't. I won't. And I don't have to. I might be Gina the cook, Gina the investment property mogul.
I got a suggestion for you. One decision will guide the rest of your life. You could spend the rest of your life in this one role and be happy and content.
Get back in the kitchen.
I want to start part 2 with talking about faith, fear, and risk taking. For many, this is a new place where you may have never been. So you're going to have to do some things that you've never done. You may have to use your skills and talents in different ways. And the beautiful thing about where we are now in the world and in life is there are so many opportunities to make money in non-traditional ways. You just have to figure out what works for you and then make that thing work. Offer various community microservices to the people in your community, like closet organizing, digital decluttering, running errands. List your services on places like Nextdoor or Facebook Marketplace. Offer a sliding.
Are these like girlfriend services, like non-sexual girl? Are you offering non-sexual girlfriend service? Whoa, hold up. She is offering the non-sexual girlfriend experience as a business to get through the goddamn she session. She is trying to survive the winter by offering non-sexual girlfriend service. I will organize your closet for you. I'll go through your Rolodex and pull out all the people you don't like anymore. I'll warm your muffins for you. Oh my God, what are we doing? What are we doing? Shout out to Mr. Enigma with the 987. You can ignore economics, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring economics. Oh my God. Listen, you know what you can do? You can also sell non-sexual girlfriend services and products or whatnot. You can be a non-sexual companion in your late 50s. This is a wild strategy. Ooh, damn, that shit stings though. Wow, you out here like, I'll organize your closet. I'll make sure all of your underwear is folded for you. Shout out to Mr. Enigma, y'all. Smash that super chat button for me.
Hulk! Smash! Smash you! You make Hulk angry. You not like Hulk angry. Hulk no like fighting girls.
You may have never been. So you're going to have to do some things that you've never done. You may have to use your skills and talents in different ways. And the beautiful thing about where we are now in the world and in life is there are so many opportunities to make money in non-traditional ways. You just have to figure out what works for you and then make that thing work. Offer various community microservices to the people in your community, like
they're calling it community microservice. We're calling it community microservice. That's what it is now. A non-sexual female companion to give you the girlfriend experience, minus the hand jobs and the BJs and the attitude.
Closet organizing, digital decluttering, running errands. List your services on places like Nextdoor or Facebook Marketplace. Offer a sliding scale for your...
Damn, whatever happened to Backpage? She could have listed her services on Backpage and then, She might have found the right one. Now, I don't know what the hell you got to do.
Your services. Offer pop-up services for local events and venues. Things like running the Facebook Live, running the registration pages or tables, set up or breakdown services. Reach out to like wedding venues, other different event venues, and ask them, hey, you need additional hands on the ground?
Do you need somebody to sweep up? Do you need somebody to carry that bag? Let me hold your pocketbook for you. Shout out to Mr. O with the 20 ball. As long as it costs a lot of money for the real whole 304s are mad. But I thought Boss Babe, most educated, most degrees was G-O-D. Now she needs to get back to the kitchen, play them drops in sequence. All right, it costs a lot of money for the real 304s mad. Gotcha, bro. I got you.
It costs a lot of money to bring the real. And with this, I dress myself in cashmere. I dress myself in $100 pleated slacks. I dress myself in alligator shoes. I wear a $15,000 Rolex. I got Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, the biggest house on the biggest deal. Yeah, we don't care. I got Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, the biggest house on the biggest deal. Yeah, we don't care. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, gift stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine like jet flying, son of a gun, the biggest star of them all. It costs a lot of money to bring the real world champion on location. Only an Artie and Ricky. We do it better than everybody else. Don't wrap me up. No. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad.
This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology.
Time has expired.
My life was threatened. Thank you.
Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad.
A lot of people seem to not understand me.
Science proves that the black woman is God. We're not just saying that.
And the black and Latino woman, they manifested themselves out of dark matter energy. All right.
I believe the black woman is God.
Black woman, God. I don't believe God, no man. I believe God, a black woman.
The black woman is God.
But my number one subject matter is the black woman is God. That's first and foremost.
Black woman is God.
The black woman is still God.
You're God, black woman.
The black woman is God. She is the creator. She is the sustainer. She is the provider. She is the first teacher of the children. She is everything to the black race.
But don't get it wrong. I am still a white man's whore.
Turn what you know into small group workshops. You can definitely advertise your events on Eventbrite for free. So have different workshops and webinars. Charge like $5 or $10, $15. You'll be surprised how quickly that adds up. Enjoy reading? Try voice automation or narration. There are a lot of opportunities in that area, and it's very easy to get started. All you need are programs like Audacity or GarageBand and your phone, and that's perfect to get started on a project like that. Start a low-cost offer rooted in some of your passions, and just offer donations or ask for donations. Whatever your skill or talents are, try to find businesses that resonate with your skills and talents, and figure out how you can work with them, whether through consulting, offering some type of service to them or their clients, but figure it out. That's why I said part 2, I'm going to start with faith, fear, and risk-taking, because it's going to take a different thought process, a different mindset. You're definitely going to have to step out on faith at times. You may have to try things outside the box, things that you've never done before. Within our value system and morals, that's what I mean when I say try things you've never done.
Get back in the kitchen.
One of the last text messages my ex sent me when I was asking to work together to fight our previous landlords about them trying to steal our security deposit was, I do not want to engage with you because anything I might say is liable to be misconstrued, misrepresented, taken out of context, and or lied and labeled as abusive behavior. And I was told to not even send this text because it could be the same. Gotcha. I was just trying to draft an email together. So cool. But let me see if I can misconstrue or lie about your behavior a little bit more. So in the last year of our relationship, I was complaining about how I didn't feel like my taxes were really like going forward to help people in my community as much as they could be. And he said, "You sound like a welfare queen, like you're a welfare queen." And I said, "That's racist." He's a white man. I was like, "That's racist." And he was like laughing, ha 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 ha. And I was like, no, that's racist. We're going to talk about that. So we talk about it. He apologizes. He says he's sorry. He didn't know, things like that. So then later, hours later.
Sorry about that one. I think that one kind of slipped past the screening process. My bad.
Let me tell y'all something, especially my sisters, because y'all have it bad. If you walking outside and you just staring at somebody, you just staring at them, like y'all making eye contact, why is it so hard for y'all to speak? Just say hi, a simple hi. And then when the person that you eyeing up and down speak, you give them a dry, hey, well, why are you staring at me? What? Like, if somebody be like, what WTF you looking at?
I appreciate y'all coming out tonight. We're gonna wrap this one up in a hot minute, man. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button, y'all.
Real with y'all. I gotta keep it real with y'all. I gotta keep it so fucking for real with y'all right now. I'm on the brink of crashing out because over 350,000 Black women have been forcibly removed from their jobs this year. And guess what? I'm one of them. I'm one of them. And I have not had like full sustainable employment all year long. My mad money is now looking kind of sad. Okay. My safety cushion is deflated. All right. But I refuse to be down and out about this situation. And I wanted to make this video to let you know that you're not alone in this experience. I ain't never been broke before. I'm learning a whole lot of new shit right now. I'm learning so much new shit right now. And so I want to share that information with you. I want to help you to not only survive this moment, but to thrive and evolve into the woman that I know you are and that you know you are. Okay? So in addition to my regular whimsical content, see, y'all didn't even know I was broke out here. Gotcha. In addition to my regular whimsical content, I'm going to be sharing information and resources to help Black women who are in the same situation that I'm in, not only survive, but thrive. Help us to make this experience something that we can alchemize into greater, right? Make it feel lighter, make it feel more joyful so that once we are on the other side of it, we can look back and see, like, you know what? I can do anything in any kind of situation because I'm that girl. Okay? Because you are. And I'm going to help us to connect with our higher selves. Okay? Really dig deep in there and figure out, like, what was I missing? Why do I need to have this experience right now? Because there is a reason. There's always a reason. There's always a reason. There's always a lesson. And we're going to figure that shit out together. Okay, friend? And I'm also going to help us build community that is not based on accolades, achievement, and hierarchy, but real, true, genuine connection, because we need that right now more than ever. Okay? So if that's something you feel like you need, then give me a follow because the content is coming.
aspiring to be patriarchs like what white men have, that isn't freedom. That isn't going to help anybody. It's certainly not going to help black people.
Nigga, please.
Serious.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.